You're listening to Queen from the hit podcast Starving State. In this segment called Ask Queen, I give you my personal opinion on a specific topic and hope to inspire and motivate you at the same time. Hello, citizens of Starving State. This is your girl Queen with the Ask Queen segment of the podcast. And we're just going to jump right into our question. How can you be married for so long? You cannot be happy. The quote of the day is, a perfect couple is just two imperfect people who refuse to give up on each other. I got this from this website called The Love Bits. Okay. Let me put down this music. I want you guys to hear me today, okay? Mine and my husband's 22-year anniversary was a few days ago. And the question that I kept getting asked was, how do you do it? How do you guys do it? How do you get there? And I was taken aback because it's easy. I'm not saying that marriage is easy. I'm saying that the answer is easy. Okay? Hard work. All right? Because a marriage is a career. And you know what? Let me start by telling you guys that what I speak here on this podcast are my unfiltered opinions. I am not a qualified therapist or anything like that. So I want you guys to take my advice with a grain of salt, okay? I'm not a therapist. I just have to put that disclosure out there. So jumping back into it, I want to start off by saying that a marriage is a career. And just as you want to succeed in your current career or your future career, in your job, whether it be for more income or power, whatever the reason, just how you want to succeed there, you work hard to succeed there. And that's how you have to treat your marriage. You should want to succeed in your marriage. Therefore, you should want to work hard for it. Okay, for the success. And that's what I compare it to. Or, that's what I compare it to. So I need for you guys to understand that we first have to know that we are human and that we're not perfect individuals. And if we're not perfect as individuals, just imagine how imperfect we are as a couple, right? So let me jump right into it and say that there are certain things that my husband and I stick to. And I believe this and a few other things that we do is what keeps our marriage great. And no, we're not perfect. Our marriage is not perfect, but we do have a great marriage. And I personally have no complaints. My husband's not here, so I can't speak for him, but I have no complaints. Okay. So these are the things, and I'm just going to throw out 5 things and in no particular order. Okay. Love, compromise, respect, trust, and communication. So I'm going to repeat that again. We are in love. We compromise. We respect each other. We trust each other, and we communicate all the time, which all equals to commitment, which equals to marriage. All right. So let me explain a little bit of what I'm talking about here. We can start with love. How can you be with someone that you don't love? How can you be, how can you love someone? Or how can you say you love someone and you're not making them happy, right? Or you're not trying to make them happy. You're not doing the best you can. You're not giving it 100. A lot of marriages, that I know of, man, so many people tolerate each other or are together because, what's going to happen with the kids? That question comes, my goodness, you'd be surprised how many people say that to me. What's going to happen with the kids? It is what it is. I'm stuck. That's not cool, man. Tolerating somebody is not love. Oh, I got love for him, or I got love for her because that's my baby's daddy or my baby's mom. That's wrong. You're going to be miserable, and so your marriage is not going to work. You know it, and I know it. You have to be in love with this person, not just love. You have to be in love with this person, so that it can be a great marriage. Next, it is imperative that you compromise. I tell this to people all the time. If you and your spouse are the same kind of person, the same character, you have the same likes, the same dislikes, you're the same kind of person, your marriage is going to be boring. I mean, that's just in life, generally in life, right? So because opposites attract, you're not going to ever disagree. You're not going to ever agree on everything in your life. You're not the same person. You're probably opposites, or you have a lot of things that are opposite. So you're not going to always agree 100% of the time. If you tell me you do, you're lying, right? So what happens when you don't agree? Well, easy. You compromise. This is where there should be a middle ground. And the reason for that is so that both of you can be satisfied and one will not resent the other. Just imagine if there's one person in the couple, in the marriage, that's always controlling, and what I say is what goes, and we're not going left, we're going right. And every single time you want to go left, they say right. Man, you will be so resentful. And you will be so angry. You will hold so much things in and always explode, and it'll turn into ugly things, right? So if you cannot agree on something, figure out what each of you can do to meet in the middle. So many times I have said to my husband, well, you know what? Let's just agree to disagree, because we're just not going to agree. So what can I do? Where do you think I should go? How far you think I should go? What should I do? Guide me. And I will try to meet you there. And it works. Citizens, it works. All right, what's the next thing? Respect. Funny that there's not a lot of respect in so many marriages that I know, because this is something that I learned growing up, that I learned from my mom. I had my home training, and I do realize that you have to give respect to earn respect. And that's too easy in a marriage, right? I don't call my husband out of his name. I don't make him feel like he's beneath me. Okay? Even when it's funny because people don't believe me when I say these things. But we have 22 years. So we've learned so many things about each other. And we've just learned so much. So yes, when I tell you I don't call him out of his name, I don't make him feel like he's beneath me. I treat him like he's the king of my castle, which he is. I give him his place, and vice versa. Okay, it's not just me. It's both ways. This is because I respect this man. All right. And it's so easy to respect someone. Your spouse will value that treatment, and it will go a long way. They will come and respect you back. That's an easy one. That shouldn't even be a question, okay? The next one, trust. If I can't trust you, why should I be with you? If you're consistently cheating on me, if you're consistently stabbing me on my back, why should I be with you? You're my enemy, right? If I can't trust you, I'm not going to be with my enemy. No one wants to sleep with their enemy. I need to know that you have my back, and I don't want to feel that I can't trust you, man. Otherwise, I can't be with you. Simple as that. So I want you guys to let your guard down and just let it down a bit when it comes to your spouse. Now, I know I've told people this, and they say, oh, well, you don't know. He's cheated on me so many times. And I said, well, you have to, if you sat here and accepted or forgave him, then it's on you to, first of all, not keep bringing this up. And second of all, both of you need to work on getting to the level where you need to be, where you now trust him. If you don't think you will ever get to that level, you're wasting your time with this person. It's simple. Okay? And last, but still extremely vital, is communication. The saying communication is key is so accurate. Okay? This is one issue that, my husband and I had when we first started. I mean, I was 18, he was 19 years old. We were children, living together. So, I mean, communication was something that we had to learn. And then my husband is such an introvert, and me, I'm so boisterous and so transparent that I would say, and he would never say anything back. And so that didn't work, because what happened was he would hold so much in and then eventually explode, and then it'd be ugly. So one thing I do tell you guys is to communicate. That's something that we eventually learned. I mean, we have 22 years and we've perfected it now. But how we got it starting, the way we got it starting to flow was every morning before we went to work, whoever has something to say to the other that was serious, we would leave a note right by the keys to the car. So every time we went, out to go to work, we would see the note. And that's how we started our communication. And eventually led to great verbal communication, etc., etc. All right. If you don't have a mind reader as a spouse, you have to communicate. And you have to understand that you have to communicate everything. You have to communicate your feelings, your wants, your needs, your thoughts, your opinions. Oh my God, I can keep going on. Okay, you have to communicate what you agree on, what you disagree on, everything. And it's for the simple reason that your spouse needs to know what he or she can do or what he or she cannot do. All right? To make the relationship better. So definitely communicate. Okay? And like I said before, this is not a walk in the park. Hard work, determination, and persistence makes successful people. So why should a marriage be different? Right? Because you want a successful marriage. I ask you to apply all the same principles to your marriage as in life and in your job, and you will be okay. Before I let you guys go, one last thing. I want you to take turns being strong for each other. Right? I want you to be spontaneous. Can't even say it. I want you to love each other through the good, the bad, and the ugly. I want you to support each other, struggle with each other. I want you to be best friends and partners in crime all the time. Also, be romantic. Be vulnerable with each other. Do acts for each other that makes the other one fall in love over and over and over again. Can you imagine falling in love all the time with that same person? My husband and I do it all the time, and it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. You get butterflies in your stomach and all of that, just as if it was the beginning. Go out on dates. It is not always about kids and life and routine. It's also about yourself. Okay? So this is my time. I'd like you guys to tune in next time for more of my unfiltered opinions. Okay? And this is it. Thank you, citizens of Sovereign State, for tuning in with your girl Queen. Make sure to follow us on social media and email me at askqueenpodcast@gmail.com with your questions.